That's it. No, yeah.
Yeah, the religious experience of India, something very remarkable, that a religious sister who is having the cross and also the rosary and then the veil and the habit. So she is walking around in a very important Hindu temple. So people can, if it is in North India, they will stare at you, then why you are here, they will be chasing you out. But none of there were so many pujaris going and walking around, none of them said anything. And how they were all respecting her and coming towards her, smiling and taking photographs. So I think that is the depth of the religious spirituality. So those Hindus, most of them are Hindus, but they didn't bother about religious Christian is there, but they accepted, not only that, received the blessing. Maybe something an extraordinary way that there is the temple of Meenakshi and they consider her as the Meenakshi and receiving the blessing. So I think that shows the maturity of the people in respecting others and also the other religious traditions. That is what made India, though diverse, also unified. So we have been to different states and different cultures, different religious traditions, but the spirituality is the thread. So what you might have heard that singing in the Sri Sri Ravi Shankar's place, that exactly is that Asadoma Satgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amrudangamaya. So as a human being, you are, through this life you are transcending, and ours is a pilgrimage in search of meaning and of religiosity and spirituality. So we have gone and experienced the matrix of cultures, languages, traditions, spiritualities, but underpinning, as we may find it here at Dharmara, we are all moving towards God the Father. And there are incarnations. I'm not saying that Christ is equivalent to any other, but he is the one, the way, the truth, and the life. So giving us total meaning. But the people, through their own reflections, they find meaning in other traditions. And from my theory of relativity, I would say that Einstein's theory of relativity says that the world is four-dimensional. So that doesn't mean that these four dimensions is the only reality. Maximum we can experience. In quantum mechanics, it is infinite dimensional. So what we can experience is only the four-dimensional. So God is an infinite dimensional spiritual oasis, and from there we all experience. So maybe a religious tradition is one-dimensional, another may be having two-dimensional, another may be having three-dimensional, another may be for having four-dimensional. God cannot be limited even to four-dimensional. So it is infinite dimensional. So this is the way we can. So in this matrix of cultures and all, I think Christ is the savior, the one par excellence, the Guru, Sanatana Sadguru. So he accepts and appreciates all traditions, and that is what depicted here. And also in Dharmara, so that is the way I brought so from different traditions, and how the Vatican II is opening up Christianity for the modern times. Gaudium et Spes. Then also we have Adi Jandas. Then so these are all depth, spiritual outlook, perspectives. And before that, nobody extra ecclesia nulla salus. That means outside the Christianity there is no salvation. But now we think that God is merciful, compassionate. And I also experienced one day in one of the ashrams, I was inside, and then two of the Catholic priests came to that place, and they asked. So I came out. One of our priests were there. So I asked them what you are. They asked me what you are going to do here. Then I said I am here, and then it was in a Hindu ashram. So they came for a Christmas celebration. So in the Christmas celebration, they were asking that this guru to come, Nitya Chaitanya Yadi, to come and give a lecture. But he had problem with the back pain, and he said he will send a message. So after they went, he asked me, the Hindu monk Nitya Chaitanya Yadi asked me to write down. So he dictates. So he dictated that the most beautiful words about God is in Arabic, Rahman and Rahim. That means the merciful and the compassionate. So that made me to to fill up my own eyes with the tears. A Hindu monk speaking to a Catholic priest. That the Islamic words are the most beautiful words on God. So such openings were given to me, and I must say that those gurus shaped my life. So that is the reason why I could go beyond the boundaries. So we need to go breaking the horizons. There is only one horizon, and as you are climbing up the mountains, then you will see that there is only one horizon. Otherwise you will see smaller horizons. So as you go higher and higher into the spiritual depth, your horizon will be widening. And when you are at the top of the high mountain, then the grace will descend as snow. That is what the psalmist would say, that it is in the mountains, the grace is will be there. So that is the reason that we need to go to the mountains to be alone. But that to be alone is not just for your own sake, but for the others. So that is the Tabor experience is showing us. So to be with the people, to exist is to coexist, and to coexist is to pro-exist. That means that is Gabriel Marcel's words. To be, to live for others, to be with others, and to live for others. And yes, I think one of your great champion, that is the UN Secretary General Dag Hammarskjöld, has written in his book The Martyrs that when you are born, everybody laughed and you cried. When you pass away from this world, everybody should cry and you should laugh. So I think that is something which struck me. So that way we were in a pilgrimage of smile, of love, nurturing, and we are bonded together. And there is something in quantum mechanics that is, once you are entangled, then wherever you are, even if you are separated far away, you are an entity together. So some changes in me will affect you, and your changes will affect me also. So there is no separability in space and time. So now we are all engaged, entangled, and definitely we will be in our prayers, interactions, thoughts, and one fused consciousness. And as we find in the chapel, in the Trinitarian consciousness, as you are also the community of the Trinity. And I think that is what the modern science, the culture is also leading us into, the merging of the consciousness. So as the computers we are putting together into a huge supercomputer, so that the same way I think our own consciousness to be linked, work together, so that our society will be more peaceful, harmonious, and affectionate with people and other creatures. And thank you for giving us this wonderful opportunity to be with you all. And I deem it as a privilege to be with you. I never thought that the just casual interaction will bring to such a great interventions and further growth and pilgrimages and meeting. So I will be happy to be with you in your search and pilgrimage in life and in faith in the Easter time. So our classes will be closing by 18th of March. So then I can come before the Easter. So that is what I am also looking forward. So thank you so much for this wonderful song and being with me and being patient in different occasions, and so that is indeed a great time. So thank you so much for this.
Thank you.